Welcome to my channel, GBIC Relationship University, the Relationship Problems channel, where we find relationship solutions and get better together. Let's get right into today's class topic. Our title for today is You Complete Me, the biggest myth about love and why you are already whole. We are going to dissect one of the biggest myths about love and romance that Hollywood ever sold us. That is the phrase, you complete me. Now, let's get into the topic. The line, you complete me, became legendary in the 1996 movie Jerry Maguire. Tom Cruise, playing the charming sports agent, looks into Renee Zellweger's eyes and says these three words like it's the ultimate love confession. That declaration was, you complete me. While watching the movie, every woman in the theater melts. Every man in the theater takes mental notes. And pop culture never viewed romance the same. Since then, the line, you complete me, has been quoted at weddings, on Valentine's cards, and in social media captions for decades. But let's be real, folks. That one line rewired how millions of people view love. It made us believe that being in a relationship is supposed to fix our brokenness. That love means finding someone who fills in our missing pieces. That another person is supposed to make us feel whole and complete. And that right there is where the myth began. Now, don't get me wrong. It all sounds beautiful and Gucci, right? We all want to feel seen, understood, valued, and appreciated. But here lies the problem, my friends. That term, you complete me, that phrase, you complete me, quietly teaches us that we're very incomplete by ourselves, which is the biggest misconception going. It conditions us to believe that our wholeness comes from somebody else, not from within. And that belief is why so many people are stuck in unhealthy relationships. Because if you believe someone else completes you, you'll accept unacceptable behavior in an effort to feel whole. You will totally rationalize toxicity, dysfunction, drama, chaos, and insanity. You will make excuses for the blaring red flags that are right in front of you when you are in the dating phase and during the course of the relationship. You'll tell yourself, I can't leave, or they're my other half. I simply can't leave them. When in reality, you absolutely can leave if you really want to and need to, because you are a whole person all by yourself. You see, Hollywood has had this way of dressing up codependency and calling it romance. We have been taught, directly and indirectly, that love means losing yourself in somebody else. That love is pain, drama, and unhealthy sacrifice. But real love isn't toxicity, dysfunction, drama, codependency, burdens, abuse, chaos, and insanity. Real love is peace, serenity, tranquility, respect, trust, consideration, empathy, sympathy, compassion, emotional safety, compromise, concession, humility, equality, mutual respect, and reciprocity. The truth is, if two half-healed people come together expecting completion, you don't get wholeness. What you get is total ambiguity and confusion. There is an old saying in the human services and clinical arena: two sickies do not make a wellie. And that is why so many relationships feel like a tug of war and the endless power struggles. Because you have two people that are pulling on each other to fill the voids that they haven't filled within themselves. And that, my friends, is not love at all. That is emotional, mental, and psychological survival. That is not a relationship, peeps. That, my friends, is a battleship. Real healthy love says, you can compliment me. You can certainly compliment me, but you do not complete me. It is two whole people choosing to ride together, not two broken people trying to become one person. Healthy love feels consistently peaceful. Supposed to feel consistently peaceful and serene. It's not about ownership, codependency, or competition. It's about true partnership. It does not say, I can't live without you. It's, I love and I enjoy life, living life with you. I'm not relying on you to be my peace. I'm having an expectation that you are adding to the peace that I already have. You see the difference? One is a school of thought that speaks to desperation. The other speaks to solidarity, loyalty, and devotion. Wholeness means that you can love freely, not fearfully. Because when you know who you are, you're not afraid at all to be alone. You can be alone and not be lonely. And that is when you will attract someone who values your peace and your confidence, not your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, and your inadequacies. Let's take this a bit further. The you complete me mindset doesn't just affect romantic relationships. It spills into friendships, family dynamics, and even how we show up for ourselves as individuals. It even shows up in the workplace. We start outsourcing our joy, our validation, our self-worth, depending on the people who are never meant to carry that responsibility. Then when they disappoint us, guess what? Because they will at some point disappoint us, because we're all human beings and we all fall short. Then we fall apart because we built our entire identity around their approval. We live and die on their approval. We constantly seek validation, affirmation, and appreciation from the other party. We leak our fears, our doubts, our insecurities, and our inadequacies all over the other person with the expectation of them fixing us. And when they don't meet our expectation of emotional availability for whatever reason, we emotionally crumble in a heap of resentment. And self-destructive behaviors, take it from me, I know, usually follow. That is not love, my friends. That is unhealthy attachment. And unhealthy attachment, rooted in fear, will always lead to pain and suffering. So, how do we practice new, healthy behaviors around individuation? How do we reprogram a lifetime of believing consciously, whether consciously, subconsciously, or unconsciously, that completion comes from unhealthy connection? Number one, get comfortable with your own company, my friends. Solitude is not loneliness. It is a sacred space for taking personal inventory, reflection, and relationship assessment. You can't achieve this if you are constantly distracted by external stimuli, whether this is people, places, or things. Solitude is self-care. Number two, redefine what love means to you. If love equals peace, respect, and safety, then most everything else is just distracting noise. Number three, detach from the fantasy. Stop idolizing those movie moments and start valuing mutual effort and energy in relationships. Be a realist when it comes to love and romance and have realistic expectations of yourself and the other person. Number four, do your healing work. Therapy, journaling, prayer, a healthy support system, mindfulness, meditation, whatever helps you regulate your emotions and rebuild your sense of self. Number five, affirm your wholeness daily. Say to yourself, I am already enough. I am already whole. I do not need to wait for anyone to value my self-worth. I am a whole person, all by myself, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, because I have done the work to be so. Because once you truly believe this and you walk it out every single day, you'll never, ever accept unacceptable behavior in relationships ever again. So let's reframe that Jerry Maguire movie line. Instead of saying, you complete me, let's start saying, folks, you compliment me. You inspire me. You encourage me. You edify me. You empower me. You align with my peace. That's what real love, real healthy love sounds like. Because completion is an inside job for you, not somebody else's work or responsibility to complete you. So, if you have been waiting for someone to complete you, this is your reminder that you have been complete all along. You do not need permission to operate in healing, growth, and evolution. You do not need validation to feel worthy. You do not need another person to give you what you already possess. When you stop chasing completion and start embracing wholeness, you will stop settling for breadcrumbing or the bare minimum or toxicity in relationships. Because real love, real healthy love, doesn't complete you. It celebrates you. And that there, my friends, is the difference. So, continue being the best version of yourself today, and then getting even better tomorrow. Feel, deal, heal. Protect your peace. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed.